I'd like to welcome you to the BELLPORT Battle Bunker. We're doing a showcase army review here of my Astra Militarum using Acadian Battle Group formation rules from the Manca. And just to kick off the second season. So hope you enjoy this showcase. I've been painting a couple units here and there to add to my collection, and I'm going to show it to you in its entirety. I built a couple of formations using the new rules from the Manca book to follow the Acadian Battle Group command structure and also the formation structure. I've also painted and assembled some detachments that can be added to the Acadian Battle Group. These could be allies. Okay, this is the army in its entirety. It's on a 6x4 grass mat, the old grass mats. It's started with the tanks all the way on the far left years ago, when they had that armored tank company that came out in White Dwarf, and then they were kind of put on the shelf for a long time, and then we slowly added to it some infantry squads and super heavies and such. So this is everything I'm going to focus on each of the units and how it relates to the Acadian Battle Group and some of the formations. All in all, this is well, including those allies on the right there, including the knights, is about a little over 11,000 points. But if I just had the actual Acadians, it's a little over 10,000. So there are many formations in the Acadian Battle Group. You basically have to choose a command section. You can actually have 1+ of these command sections, and which means you can take as many as you like. But for each command section, you get a core, and then you can get auxiliary based on that core. So the core in the dark gray, and this is what makes it difficult, because the Emperor's Shield Infantry Company is pretty extensive. It's a lot of men, and the Emperor's Fist Armored Company obviously is expensive because it could be a lot of points. Now, the way I built mine, you can reduce the amount of tanks that's in it because I have them in squadrons, so it actually could be cheaper. But I'm just going to show you what I've done, trying to follow all of these auxiliary formations, command core, as if it were going to be a legal Acadian Battle Group army, and follow the rules within. Okay, so for my first battle group command section, I've chosen a company command, and I put Creed and Kell inside. So obviously it makes them expensive. Not necessary, as the company command gets 3 orders per turn, and Creed gets 3 orders per turn, but you're paying the 80 points for it. So it's kind of a little redundancy there. I would have liked to have seen them maybe, instead of saying the company command could do 3 orders, maybe they can do an additional order, because if you use Creed, then you can get 4. I don't know, might just be greedy. But in this squad, I got a medic, got 2 snipers, got Kell over there with the regimental standard and his power fist, and I snuck in an astropath in with them also. So that's the battle group command, company command, and that's one of the command choices. Okay, the core choice that's going along with that battle group command with the company command squad is going to be my Emperor's Shield Infantry Company. Now, what makes this a company is that it actually includes 3 of the there's an auxiliary formation called the Emperor's Shield Platoon, and it's 3 of those platoons combined with the company command squad. So this is the Emperor's Shield Infantry Platoon, and it starts with a company command squad. And I've included Nork Degdog with this company commander, and they got 3 melta guns and a regimental standard. So that's the company command squad with Nork Degdog as a bodyguard. And then you go into your infantry platoons. So a platoon command, 3 melta guns, Vox. You have to have at least 2 2x10 infantry, so that's 20 infantry. I got them in a combined squad. I got 2 flamers with this squad, and each one has to have a unit of sentinels. So I have a scout sentinel, just a single scout sentinel with this one. And then that's just redundancy down the line for the next part of the core group. Platoon command, Vox, 3 melters, 20 men in an infantry combined squad with flamers, scout sentinel, and then the third one is identical to the other two. Platoon command, Vox, 3 melter guns, 20 men infantry combined squad with 2 flamers and a scout sentinel. So this is the Emperor's Shield Infantry Company. That is one of the core choices going along with that command choice. My first auxiliary to go along with that part of the Cadian battle group is going to be my Emperor's Shield Infantry Platoon. So the platoon is, you know, an infantry squad with sentinels. You can have either armored or scout, and it's basically an entire infantry platoon. So you can have up to 5 infantry squads, which I do. I have 2 of them are right there combined, so there's 2 by 10, 20 guys in that one squad. They have flamers and a Vox. I have 10 guys up here. They're just by themselves. They have a flamer and a Vox. And then over here in this part of the trench line, there's another 20. So that makes my 5 infantry squads. They're all 10 men with a Vox and a flamer. So you can see the, you know, they got some sergeants. No upgrades on the sergeants, and just standard stock infantry with the Vox and the flamer in each of them. You can also have heavy weapon squads up to 5. I do have 5. I have 2 las cannons, 2 autocannons, and a missile launcher. So I have a las cannon team over here, heavy weapon. In the center here, there's an autocannon heavy weapon squad. And then on here on the one flank I have in this bunker, I have the other 3. So the missile launcher team is in the middle, and an autocannon squad, and then a las cannon squad. So I got 5 heavy weapon squads in my infantry platoon. This is my platoon command. It's got a platoon commander with a bolter, a Vox, a heavy flamer, the platoon standard, and then a sniper. So we got the one guy with the sniper rifle there. That's the platoon command. Here's some armored sentinels, a squadron of them with las cannons. Picked these up off of a friend of mine. He was selling them on eBay, Matt Rendar. He's still selling some more stuff. If you come across his YouTube channels, check him out. He's selling a lot of really good painted stuff. Here's some more sentinels I got from Matt. So 2 scout sentinels with multi-laser, with that jungle terrain on them. And then I have a special weapon squad, grenade launchers, 6 guys. So I got that whole Emperor's Shield infantry platoon. It goes all the way along the back there. It's, you know, it's pretty extensive. Lots of models. I put them in the terrain just so you can see them all in their little pill boxes and trench line. So that's the auxiliary choice that goes along with the battle group command and the Emperor's Shield Company. Another part of the auxiliary choices for the Cadian battle group is the Militarum Tempestus platoon. So I have mine with the command part, the military Tempestus command. I gave him a Torox Prime with the Torox battle cannon and the auto cannons on the side. And I think, yeah, there's a plasma gun in there with this squad. So that's the command. And then I have 2 5-man old school, you know, these were the old stormtroopers, but 2 5-man squads, or I can combine them to make a 10-man squad. I was thinking about getting a 3rd Torox Prime with the missile launchers, so I had 1 of each, but I'm not sure yet. And then I have these Kasserkins. I like these models a lot. I wish I had more of them. Got a lot of this stuff I got a long time ago. They have 2 plasma guns, a power weapon, and they're in the prime with the Gatling cannon upgrade and a storm bolter and the hot shot volley guns on the side. So these are fast vehicles. They ignore terrain, and they got a lot of firepower. At least this one does. I like them. And you know, painted them up in a little alternating scheme. Like I said, I might get the third Torx prime, but I want to put these guys in my Vendettas. They usually fly around so they can deploy, but I might just put them in to keep them mobile with the theme of the Army. So that's the Militarum Tempestus. So I had a command, a corps, and then 2 auxiliary choices. And those formations totaled up to be about 2,700 points. Okay, the next part of the Acadian battle group would be the another command, which is a battle group command. It's a tank commander. So I'm going with Tank Commander Pask. He's on the right in his Punisher. And he's got to be joined by a squadron mate, and it's going to be an executioner with plasma cannon, sponsons, a whole las cannon, and then that plasma tank. I just tore off one of my demolisher cannon tanks for that, and I had an extra bit when I built the Punisher, so I got that cannon, just glued it on there. But this is how I like this squad a lot. It's yeah, you can put any tank you want with Pask, and you can have him run with any squadron that I used to have an Eradicator with him, and I guess I can still do it. I have it, but Pask I think belongs in that Punisher. Gives him, seems to be a lot of rate of fire, can rend, pretty versatile. So that's my Tank Commander Pask, and that's my command section for the battle group command to start off the second part of this Acadian battle group. Okay, this is the Corps, the Emperor's Fist Armored Company, and these tanks are pretty much, I had these for a real long time ago when they had the White Dwarf. It came out when you could use armored tank companies, the Steel Legion. I don't even know if I played in too many tournaments with this. I don't think so, but I used to play in a couple of Rogue Traders. But by the time I got them done, the rules were gone, so you couldn't use them anymore. But they're back. You always hold on to your stuff. So you guys start out with the tank commander. So I got the commander and a vanquisher on the right. You have to have an engineer with the group. I'm not really sure why. I thought it would have been better to put the engineer with the assault blade, but you know, because at least they could ride in a Chimera. But this guy has to walk, which I don't understand, but that's okay. So I got a battle. I can either use this as a vanquisher or a battle tank. Probably want to keep it as a vanquisher. And those are some Forge World chassis. I think the Armageddon pattern, I'm not sure, but they're old. But I just painted a couple of these up just to try to get this Emperor's Fist Armored Company put together. Now here, I have these in squadrons of 2, so you could just have 1 tank in each, which will cut down on the points. But you have to have 3 squadrons of tanks. So the first one is Lehman Russ battle tanks, stock, with the heavy bolter sponsons. Another squad, stock, heavy bolter sponsons, and then I have my demolishers in the back with the multi-melter sponsons and a whole las cannon. So these are in squadrons, but you have to have 3 Lehman Russ tanks, tank units, and I put them together in this armored tank squadron. It's a pretty sizable, and to go along with Pask. So that's my Corps Emperor's Fist Armored Company. Okay, now we're getting into auxiliary units. First one will be the Emperor's Blade Assault Company, and you have to have a command squad in a Chimera. So this one has a hull heavy bolter, and it's led by a company commander with a power fist, bolt pistol, and 4 melter guns in this company command squad. And then this meat and potatoes down here, you have 3 veterans. So my first veteran squad, and they all have to be in Chimeras. My first veteran squad has 3 plasma guns, a plasma pistol. I can give them demolitions if I want. They have an autocannon also for a heavy weapon. There are some melter bombs on some of these guys, so if I wanted to make them demolition, I can. And then the next 2 squads are identical. They're both melter gunners. So they have 3 melter guns. The sergeant has a power maul, heavy flamer in the hull, and missile launcher for the heavy weapon. And you can see some of these guys have melter bombs, so they can be demolition squads if they need be. I have models that have like little explosive packs or demo packs. So here's another squad, veterans, making up the assault blade. Same as the other one, melta guns, missile launcher, power maul. And then you can have up to 3 units of Hellhounds. So I got a Devil Dog. I just got this from Bob Evers, the guy I'm going to be playing in the campaign with. I painted it up. You know, I traded him some of the Calf miniatures for this. And this guy I just converted. I had a turret from a Baal Predator, and I just glued it onto a Chimera turret there in the chassis. I'm going to try to find some tanks that will be appropriate for Prometheum tanks and mount them on the sides. And a little work in progress there, but at least I have two of the tanks. So that's a Assault Blade, the Emperor's Blade Assault Company. Auxiliary choice. Okay, another auxiliary choice is the Emperor's Wrath Artillery Company. This is really good because this company command squad, it has to have a Chimera, but it can issue orders to the tanks, which is cool. And one of the orders is ignoring cover, so it'll help out with the Manticore and the Basilisk. But company commander, I gave him a Master of Ordnance. They have to have an engine seer, and a Vox, heavy flamer, and then a heavy bolter. So that's the company command that can issue orders. And you get various choices. I went with a Manticore, a Wyvern, and a Basilisk. This Basilisk is a work in progress. I'm trying to get the Armageddon pattern enclosed compartment because I want to make it enclosed. And I haven't finished painting it yet because I was going to take it apart. I'm not sure how much of the kit you have to disassemble with that Armageddon pattern, but I might have one lined up with a trade to see if I can get the actual Forge World kit. So that might be coming. But this is the Emperor's Wrath Artillery Company, auxiliary choice. And then going down the center here, I have 3 of the Super Heavies, and that is another auxiliary formation. It's the Emperor's Fury Super Heavy Company. So I got a Bane Blade with the sponsons in the front. This could be either a Hellhammer or a Bane Blade without the sponsons. And then I have a Shadow Sword in the back with the Volcano Cannon. That's the heavy hitter. So this is the Emperor's Fury Super Heavy Tank Company. So you can see here, you know, I got a really mobile theme. A lot of tanks, a lot of you know, artillery and super heavies, Lehman Russes, all the whole 9 yards. I got the static elements back here. If I wanted to go with the infantry, Emperor's Shield, and then I got this whole Emperor's Platoon. So I got some 2 additional super heavies here. We got the Storm Sword on the left and the Hellhammer on the right. They both have sponsons with heavy flamers. Got these from Matt Rendar, and as I did with this platoon, this Emperor's Shield platoon. They can be veterans, like Grenadier type veterans. They have that look, but I wanted to get that extra core choice in there so I could unlock more auxiliaries if I went with a big apocalypse game. Got some extra stuff here. If I'm trying to get a 3rd Vendetta or even a Valkyrie, I don't really care, to make that. They have a Emperor's Spear. It's another auxiliary formation. So far I just have the 2. I got a Thunderbolt. That's a Forge World item. It's not in the book, but it's in the Forge World books. And then I have that Eradicator, so I can, you know, swap him out with Pask if I wanted to go with a Ignore Cover Pie Plate. And I got 5 Bulgrins. You know, so that just kind of unfortunately you need a lot of Bulgrins and Ogrins to make the formation in the book. But I had these 5 guys painted, so they're an option if I want to do a combined arms attachment. So these were sort of the leftovers of from not fitting the Cadian battle group. And then I got the 2 detachments from the other books that I can ally in with the army. I got the Oathsworn Imperial Knight detachment. Got the Errant on the right, and on the left you got the guy with the Gatling cannon. I want to get the Paladin one to complete it so I can have 3 for the Baronial Court, but we'll see what happens with that. And then I have this this painted up here, Blue Table Painting painted up this guy. This was one of the Blood Angel characters. and they painted it up with the gold armor because I want him as, I originally was going to have him as an Inquisitor, but now I've put him with that gold armor and all that other stuff. I got him with the Grey Knights as a brother captain. He's got the master-crafted Demon Hammer, Stormbolter, and came out really nice. I like him. Great model. Paint job came out real nice. Again, it was Blue Table Painting painted that one up for me about a year ago. I did the Grey Knights. I did a tutorial on that on my channel. You know, just the Terminators with halberds, side cannon. And then this is my newer project. I'm trying to add these Age of Sigmar guys when I bought that box set. So this is my Justicar with the master-crafted halberd. And I just thought it looked cool. You know, definitely looks like a Terminator or a Paladin, but he fits as a Justicar in this unit. I have a bunch of other guys that I have with hammers, and I'm trying to make as Paladins. But this is what I got painted so far. So that's everything. Like I said, we're going to be doing a campaign for the second season. So hopefully we'll be seeing a lot of these elements of this in battles, future battle reports. Fighting mainly against Tau. But, you know, I also have some other opponents, Dark Eldar, Necrons, you know, any other Xenos that wants to come in, Tyranids. Got a couple of battles. Got Matt Rendar coming in. Hopefully he'll be able to get some battles with his bugs. And looking for Bob Evers to come in. It's his idea with the campaign. He's got a good idea. We're going to go with it and see what we got for he's got a bunch of Tau that he's been putting together. A lot of nice Forge World items. So it'll be a good time to see him debut on the channel, because he's a real good painter, good hobbyist, and I'd like to, you know, feature his talent on the channel. Hopefully for everybody to enjoy. He's been in White Dwarf magazines. His painting. We used to play together in grand tournaments up and down the coast, Rogue Trader tournaments. So hope you enjoy. Stay tuned for more battle reports coming, and the campaign against the Xenos forces with this Cadian battle group, and along with my Crimson Fist Space Marines. So I got a couple of units here that's just showing some of the latest additions to the army. You know, just bringing the hobby back, getting some painting done, a little bit modeling. You know, like I've said in previous videos, this is one of the weaker, for me, my weaker aspect of the hobby, getting the painting done. But you know, just putting my money where my mouth is. It doesn't take a tremendous amount. You just have to do some simple techniques that, you know, you can learn just by either talking to people in the hobby or watching all these great videos online from these very talented hobbyists for painting and all the painting tutorials and stuff. So you know, just trying to match my color scheme. Again, ink I think is like one of my best friends. It goes a long way, and it can hide a lot of the, you know, some of the imperfect brush strokes. You know, some decal work, just tying it into the army, the guard and the fists, keeping my theme going. This is a Devil Dog with the melter cannon and multi-melter in the hull. So you got that. Got a couple of these Militarum Tempestus Command Squad. I got to finish the basing. But you know, just some of the guys that were keeping that same color scheme, the red and the blue. Again, the ink tends to go really far. Helps out a lot. I just did this Torox Prime. This is like the last one I did. I did it this morning. And just giving that command squad something to ride in. I alternated the color scheme with this Prime with the other Prime. Everything that's red is blue on the other tank. So, you know, just some of the details you pick out. Just trying to get some of that gold around some of the edges. Doesn't take much. You know, a little modeling. I saw somebody do a half track. I like the half track better than the regular tracks that this model has, so I threw some Orc tires on there from an Orc truck. You know, you got the grill on the front with the cannon. You've seen the Grey Knights. I did a tutorial on them. Put some of that new GW paint, that texture paint on the bottom for the bases. I'm going to put some tufts of grass and add to it. But this guy, still got to do some detail work on him, get that sword a little brighter. But this is the Justicar from the Age of Sigmar. And, you know, you can see some of the trim work, and you know, it's pretty much the same type of stuff, very similar. And just some little colors here and there just to make it stand out a little bit more. And then this knight, I really wasn't looking forward to painting this. It's a beast, but actually after I was finished, I was like, you know, from doing the first one, with each one it gets easier. You know, repetition obviously, but you know, again, I got to hit some of this metal with some detail work, put some more bronze maybe on those exhausts. I don't like the way that hard coat came out on the decals. It's really shiny. I probably should have left it. Maybe just use some medium next time. But you know, I didn't have all the decals. I threw some different types of stuff on here. It's an old sworn knight for the guard, my Astra Militarum and my Crimson Fists. So I put some decals from both of those factions on here. I really like this gun, and we'll see how he does. We have a campaign coming up, so that was, you know, the inspiration. You always got to have some kind of inspiration. For me, it's a campaign that we're going to be doing using the guard and Tau and stuff like that. So hopefully these guys will see some action soon, and you can stay tuned for them in future battle reports. Thanks for watching.